Hey YouTube, this is Kim just checking in to log my fourth week of my savings and sinking funds journey. And of course, with this being my actual fourth week, it also marks the fourth week of the year 2022, as well as the fourth week of January. At the end of this week, I'll be closing out my budget for January and closing out my savings progress for January. But I wanted to go ahead and get this done. I'm a bit under the weather, so please bear with me if you will. I wanted to do this at least, but I do just have a small amount, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I only have 135 to assign for this week between my sinking funds and my savings challenges. I'll only be stuffing the two sinking funds envelopes, groceries, and gas. But I do want to say that last week I did pretty well. I'm patting myself on the back a little bit because I only spent $19.50 of my $50 grocery allowance. So I actually ended up with a savings of $30.50. So I am very proud of myself. I'm going to leave that there though this week. And if it's still there at the end of this week, then I'll go ahead and do some of the additional savings challenges that I introduced last week. So again, if I don't touch that this week, I'll, along with whatever I may save for this week's allowance, I'll go ahead and do some additional savings challenges with those. Since I'm under the weather today, I'm not going to try to do anything extra. But I do want to say that I went over a little bit on my gas allowance. I usually give myself $25 and I ended up going over by $3. So, but of course I have a little bit of cushion in that envelope. So I did okay. So this week I'm going to go ahead and start as I do in previous weeks with my sinking funds. And so again, now with the groceries, I started out the week with $55.05. So I'm down to $35.53, which is still really good. But I'm going to go ahead and add my $50 weekly allowance to that. So that should end up giving me $85.53 in that envelope after I stuff the new cash in there. And then going down to gas, I started out the week with $60. I'm down to 32 since I spent 28. And I'm going to go ahead and add the new weekly allowance of the $25 that I give myself. And so that will give me $57 in that envelope to spend. So those are the only two envelopes I'm going to touch for my sinking funds. Everything else is still the same. I didn't touch anything else. So I'm done with that one. Of course, I'm not touching my emergency funds until February. So that one is going to stay the same. So with my savings challenges, this week I'll be logging or adding to my 52-week savings challenge, my $10 savings challenge, and my penny savings challenge categories. So for the 52-week savings challenge, I am adding $49 to that envelope. So that'll give me a total of $202. And for the $10 weekly savings challenge, I'm going to end up with the $40. I should have it by the end of this month. So I'm going to, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to add 40. I'm going to add 10. It'll give me 40 for the month. And then I will add the $1 that I need to put into the penny savings challenge, which will give me 5. So these are the amounts that I should have in those envelopes by the time I'm done stuffing those envelopes. So that is all for this video. By the time it's said and done and I'm done stuffing my envelopes for this week, I should have $597.53 in my binders. So that's all. I will end this video here and then go ahead and pick up with the physical cash stuffing. But again, if I have money still left over by the end of this week, I'm going to go ahead and do another round of the Ask Alexa, the Generational Wealth, Pampering Ain't Easy, and Just Between Friends savings challenges. So these additional savings challenges I'll touch hopefully by the end of this week. See you in the next video.